Hello, collective. Hope everybody's good. We're going to get some messages and see what you need to know at this time. So let's get into it. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, crystal ball reading or pendulum reading, you can do so. My email is in my description. Also, all my oils I offer on Etsy. So unfortunately, I had to take a lot of the pants down and other clothes because the place I made them doesn't, they're out of stock. They're not selling those pants anymore, so I had to unfortunately remove a lot of them. But per order of, on a positive note, per order of oils, they do come with free crystals. And crystal ball readings are $30, personal readings are $40, and what was I going to say? Pendulum readings, 1 question is $5, 3 questions is $15, and 6 questions is $25. All right, let's get into it. Also, if you need a remedy or need me to pray for somebody, I will do that for free. A remedy I can help you are crystals, oils, and herbs. All right, we have Virgin's Milk. Okay, so I have not seen this card before. Virgin's Milk. So I'm getting somebody's name could be Nigel. Or maybe Virginia. Okay, let's get 3 cards for collective spirit. We have Alchemical Wedding, and it's in reverse. I'm not sure if this book has reversals. We have Chaos, also in reverse, with Separation. Okay. I'm going to flip these in the upright. And they're cool because they kind of go together with the shapes that they are. Kind of like a honeybee comb. A honeycomb. So we're kind of making a little puzzle here, like a map to what's going on for you guys. Like reading tarot. And I brought the 5-cent tarot up, so maybe we'll use this to get into it. We have Jupiter on the dice, Sagittarius, and number 10. So Jupiter, Thursday, Sagittarius, expansion, abundance, faith, learning, and travel. And actually, today, when I'm recording this, is Thursday. With Archangel Uriel, with peace, and the purple ray. Okay, we have Raven's Head. We have Vinegar. Something like leaving a bitter, sour taste in your mouth with that card. And Synchronicity. Okay, we have Pluto, we have Sublimation, we have Tin, which is a metal type of material, and we have the Red and White Rose. So a lot of cards. I'm going to kind of move these over. Okay. So I'm hearing don't get carried away with the footing. So if you're making some type of mark or impact on something, maybe not focus so much on your footing, but as in getting your point across or getting information out that you need to get out. We have Quicksilver and Copper. The footing I'm hearing will take place further down the line. All right, and then at the bottom we have Gold. And I just seen Jupiter. Okay, so Gold, and like I said, Jupiter. Today is Thursday, expansion. All right, so let's take a peek at the some of these cards. I'm not going to get into all of them, but the ones I feel that need to be, like the Virgin's Milk with the blue rose. Alchemical Wedding is, I believe, merging 2 things, 2 ideas. I'm hearing 2 solutions. 2 people merging, an idea merging. And then I want to get the, okay, so this one is the Alchemy by Kim Krans, The Wild Unknown. And this is the Wild Unknown archetype. So I would like to pull some archetypes cards as well afterwards. And we have Separation, Chaos, Raven's Head, the Red and White Rose. I want to get that as well. So let's see. sulfur, quicksilver, copper, tin. Right here we have tin. So, malleable, expansive, Jupiter. Tin is a silvery white, highly malleable metal. This is in part because tin's structure is composed of crystals in cubic or tetragonal formations that can be broken or crushed under moderate pressure. When the crystalline structure breaks, a sound known as the tin cry can be heard, hence the unnerving sound of crinkling tinfoil. Such is the energy of the tin card. On one hand, it is in tin's Jupiterian nature to expand, to mobilize, to cover the whole territory. On the other hand, the metal cannot withstand much weight or pressure. When this card appears, you may have reached a limit or breaking point after taking on more than is logically possible under the circumstances. Don't take this juncture personally. More strength is required before taking next steps to support the expansion you see in your mind's eye. We have Raven's Head. So speaking of mind's eye. Okay, so we got that card. I'm going to put the ones back that I read so I don't confuse myself. I think we had, not Saturn, Pluto. Cosmic forces. Okay, Pluto right here. Number 10. So Wheel of Fortune energy. And that was on the dice Sagittarius. Number 10 with Jupiter. The underworld, power, compulsion. Pluto's realm is one of deep and undeniable power. Known as the planet of the underworld, Pluto has a captivating effect that pulls us into its depths, leading to all things excessive and Dionysian in nature. Images of the resurrection, possession, the sacred heart, birth, sex, and death are all symbols of Pluto's volatile energy. When this card shows up, know that everything will be amplified as if through a live wire. It's all about power, and maybe even addiction. Though Pluto's force field can be ruthless, this tiny planet pushes us toward necessary growth. When we follow its mesmerizing pulse, we are taken into the depths to be changed. There's no point in pretending the underworld is not at work. Admit that you're in it and find the support you need. Not making it worse is a big accomplishment. And then that vinegar card, kind of leaving like a sour taste in the mouth. Right here, vinegar. It says acidity, distillation, and memory. The tongue knows vinegar. Even the suggestion of receiving a few drops in the mouth reminds us of vinegar's sour and lip-puckering qualities. In alchemy, vinegar serves as an active agent of distillation, fermentation, and preservation. It is incredibly useful when applied in the right amounts and with intention. This said, it can be easily overused, overwhelming the situation at hand. When the vinegar card is present in reading, it indicates a sour note permeates the laboratory. It is likely something from the past is showing up in the present and demanding our attention. It is in vinegar's nature to take over, to overwhelm. Be cautious with this material. A little goes a long way, as they say. It is productive to look at your past, but not to stare. Such is the complex energy of vinegar. Okay, ooh. Okay, so the first card, Virgin's Milk with the blue rose. It says innocence, naivety, and purity. And alchemy, lac virginis is a mystical substance, supposedly coming from the virgin's breast. The alchemist asks, how can it be? How can milk come from one not carrying a child? That is precisely the nuanced teaching of lac virginis. When studied as an alchemical concept, it points to a lack of awareness or experience that the alchemist would rather not reveal. Yes, this milky substance is a symbol of purity and innocence, but its shadowed side is naivety, and even denial. When the virgin's milk appears, discernment and honesty must be applied to the work. is something being glossed over, rushed, or presented as perfect. There are likely complexities that need to be addressed so the alchemist can gain the maturity to handle what's next. Okay, and then we have alchemical wedding. It says, ritual, celebration, and uniting. All hail the alchemical wedding. The laboratory morphs into a dreamlike dance floor, and all your allies, fellow alchemists, and ancestors are here to witness the celebration. What was once lost has been found. What was once denied has come fully into the alchemist's embrace. The work is often felt as serious and studious, but the alchemical wedding is a moment of levity and lightness. When this card arrives, it is of utmost importance to mark the occasion. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Honor and acknowledge those who have helped you along the alchemical path. You have come so far. Energy radiates from the uniting of opposites and the redrawing of life's blueprint. The new form has arrived. The unknown has become known. You'll be back to your existential queries and tinkering ways in no time. Now the work is to revel in the miracles. Okay, guys, we're going to keep moving forward. Actually, I kind of want to look at this raven's head. We have chaos, synchronicity, we have separation, we have the red and white rose, and sublimation. Okay, open right up to lead again. So density, weight, and Saturn. Remember, the presence of lead is sobering, so it can't, okay, it says it can't hold weight, or it will break or tear apart. So it says lead into what is noble, which is gold, and we had gold at the bottom of the deck. It correlates to the planet Saturn and its love of rules and structure. On one hand, this card amplifies a fixed position or burden that may be weighing down the work. On the other hand, lead can arrive just in time to ground a situation. Oh, I'm thinking of, was it lead? No, it was something else. I can't remember. So to humble, it says, lead can arrive just in time to ground a situation, to bring an alchemist back to the humble beginnings. Either way, the presence of lead is sobering. We cannot ignore it. The impatient alchemist may be discouraged to see it in the laboratory, as it reminds us of how far we have to go. Approach this card with reverence for ongoing process. Okay, so we had vinegar, alchemical wedding, Pluto, and virgin's milk. So yeah, maybe it was, yeah, it was tin. Sorry, it wasn't lead, it was tin. Okay. Raven's head right here. Initiation, the ordeal, the work begins. It says, through alchemy is filled with a myriad of open-ended symbols. The raven's head has a precise message. It arrives to mark the beginning of the work. This card indicates something has occurred, known or unknown, to initiate the spinning of the alchemical wheel. With its mighty churning, things are about to change on every level. The raven's work cannot be undone, just as the pill cannot be unswallowed or the pearl turned back to sand. You may be overwhelmed or think the journey ahead is not for you. Your doubts matter, not to the raven as its appearance signifies. It has chosen you. You are ready, and the moment is now. Can you go back to the way things were? Can you pretend nothing has changed? The raven caws a clear no. It does not apologize, as it knows your destiny is great. Okay, very nice, guys. We have sublimation and synchronicity. Okay, here's chaos. We have chaos. Let me put these away. I'm actually glad I drew this deck. Disoriented, spinning, and groundlessness. When an alchemist sits in their laboratory amidst the presence of massa confasa, something miraculous is bound to occur. That's because this card, this state, is so powerful and all-encompassing that it typically overwhelms the student to the point of despair. Such is the nature of chaos. It is the grand trickster, the topsy-turvy confusion that turns life on its head and spins a web not even the wisest mystic can untangle. And I'm going to pull from the Fairy. This is reminding me a lot of the Fairy, one of the cards in that deck, by Brian Froud. So topsy-turvy confusion that turns life on its head and spins a weave not even the wisest mystic can untangle. Baffling? Yes. Disorienting? Yes. But the seasoned alchemist recognizes it at the most potent point in the alchemical experiment. Wait, observe, do nothing. It is destiny itself that spins the web. Clarity will emerge one strand at a time. Your only task is to breathe. Do not struggle. The three fates hold you in their sight as you free fall toward freedom. Okay, we have the red and white rose, and then the page after is, which we already read, the alchemical wedding, but we have the red and white rose, which is right here. So, vital force, arising and awakening. I'm just going to skim through it. I'm not going to read all of it, guys. The merging in the laboratory, the merging of red and white is an exquisite moment. It means something is coming to life before the alchemist's eyes. The pristine white of the rose is not threatened by the blood red pigment. Their mixing does not make pink. Rather, each color remains vibrantly itself, expressing its message like the rod of Asclepius, representing health and vitality. The flow sapientum appears to signify the awakening of the physical as a gateway to the spiritual. Without the body, spiritual teachings remain conceptual, not yet integrated into the everyday. This card encourages the alchemist to honor the body as a temple each and every day, observing it, listening to it, mining it for information and guidance. At its height, this card signifies a mastery, a uniting of body to serve the soul's purpose, as seen in the like of dancers, athletes enduring the birth process. Okay. So awakening, arising, and vital force. Okay, guys, very nice. So let's get into the tarot. Thank you, Spirit. I also want to pull some crystals for you guys, some crystal cards, to see what you could work with at this time. It's called Crystal Medicine Oracle by Rachel Sharman. And I got this on Amazon. Okay, for the collective, please, at this time. Keep the energy on the table. Please, Spirit, keep the energy on the table from the Alchemy deck. So very good, fascinating reading thus far. Also, let me know, too, where you guys are at on your journey. You can leave a comment or simply hit the like button to know that you're resonating and this sounds like your story. That helps me. It helps me pick up on your guys' energies. And I love to know more about you guys. So, with that being said, what does the collective need to know, please? What is good crystals they could work with at this time? And all my oils, I have 22 or 23 oils on Etsy. They all have a purpose, so you can use them on your skin. They all have vitamin E oil in them. Or you can use them in your spell work for manifesting. Just some of them smell good, like I have Goddess oil, Immortality oil, Psychic Powers oil. It's good for scrying and divination. Millionaire Money. I have Protection oil, Guardian Angel All-Purpose Protection oil. I have a Less Libido, which is called Sex, Love, and Me. It's a real thing. It's called Hysteria Dysfunction. So yes, please feel free to check me out at Etsy. Same name is on here, all one word, Firefox Fair, or the links in my description. Okay, we have number 10 again with Divine Feminine, with the moon, Black Moonstone, and I have my Black Moonstone bracelet on. All right, so let's read it. We have Black Tourmaline at the bottom with Cleansing Feather, number 9. And we have 33 with Mother Mary, Unconditional Love with Diamond. Okay, so let's read the Black Moonstone, number 10. 10 is seeming to be a significant number in the reading. Oracle, Divine Feminine. You have attracted this card today as an invitation to open to your divine feminine essence at a deeper level. Both women and men hold in within them the energy of the feminine, and you are currently entering in a stage where this powerful energy will assist you in your world and current situation. The energy of the feminine has many masks and facets. And when we can honor and welcome this energy into our lives, we will open to a depth like never before. The divine feminine is about surrender, receiving, nurturing, love, mystery, vulnerability, power, flow, tenderness, empathy, and sensuality. When connecting to this potent energy, we are able to stand strong in all our knowing and encompassing strength. We will also know when to soften and to surrender to the power of vulnerability and understand the dance between the two. Feminine energy allows us to connect deeply to our intuition and the profound wisdom of our soul. It allows us to sit in our raw emotions, in our shadow, and birth deep awareness and healing. Are you scared of intimacy? Are you struggling to own your own power? Do you run from your feeling and emotions? Whatever is currently happening in your life, you're being invited to connect deeply to the divine feminine energy that is within. And I have Mother's Bliss, which is a healing oil that I offer as well. It's time to surrender control and allow this powerful essence to align and inspire your being. Just by simply acknowledging the presence of this divinity within, you will evoke the power of your feminine. It's time to shine in all your glory, to open and receive the gifts of this medicine has to offer. So the moon was formed 4.6 billion years ago, has a huge influence over us and our planet, including the power to control the tides of all bodies of water. The element of water is deeply connected to our emotions, and in turn, the moon has a huge pull over our emotional state of being. The energy of a full moon can be particularly potent because of its huge electromagnetic pull upon the earth, which charges everything up, and that's why I can never sleep on full moons. I never can sleep on full moons. Human behavior seemed to be amplified at the time of a full moon. The moon can represent the medicine of cycles as it ebbs and flows from full to dark and everything in between. In ancient times, people would look to the moon for understanding about the phases of the year. The calendar system was created from this understanding. The moon holds the power of the divine feminine energy at its rawest and most pure form. She holds the secrets of the unknown, and her magic has been invoked in rituals and ceremonies for thousands of years. We have a deep connection to this incredibly powerful source, and it's now your time to shine like the moon in all your feminine glory. So, crystal, black moonstone. Black moonstone connects you to the divine feminine. It helps you surrender to the mystery of your soul, and it also assists you to feel strong in the face of vulnerability. I have red moonstone here. I have purple moonstone. I have green moonstone. I have peach moonstone. This is black moonstone. Okay, so there's different color moonstones. Rainbow moonstone. Here's my other black moonstone. Really pretty. It's got actually a glow to it. So a lot of plants too are under the category of the moon. I know mugwort is one, catnip is one. Any plant that either opens at night is a moon plant, or that has like a purpley glow about it. So yeah, that would be how you could tell if it's a moon plant or not. So ceremony, find out when the next full moon will occur. Allocate and get the witch's calendar planner. It has all the moon phases on it. And that's how you'll know when the full moon is, or look it up on the phone. Okay, so it's got like meditations, sit comfortably, a place where you can see the moon. Close your eyes and take a few minutes to connect to this magical moon. Okay, so let's get into the tarot. We had unconditional love with Diamond, Mother Mary. And we have reflection with Winter with Rondite, number 22. So the crystal Rondite. Anything else the collective needs to know? Be aware of at this time? Medicine pouch, 28, with Soul Awakening, amethyst. So amethyst. Okay, we have black tourmaline when cleansing at the bottom, number, I think it's 9, with feather. All right, thank you, Spirit. Thank you. All right, let's keep going, guys. I'm hearing the song, The Wheel in the Sky Keeps on Turning, but I'm hearing also the word churning. So like out of that book, churning. Something could be churning for you in your life. Let's get the Colette Baron Reed deck. Let's see what's going on. This deck is called Witch's Wisdom Oracle. Or no, that's not the deck. Okay, it's called House of Night. Wisdom of the House of Night by Colette Baron Reed. I'm going to put this back. Okay. So I want to see what else is coming in for you. We have Message with the Raven and Loyalty with Stevie Ray. So 45 and 33. So you may have a message coming in, guys. What is coming in for collective, please, Spirit? What's coming in for collective? You may have somebody watch you that, or I'm feeling like this isn't physical person. This is in spirit realm, spirit form that watches you. A guardian, a god or goddess. Could be like an angel, guardian angel. I don't feel like it's an angel though. I feel like this is... Oh, here's another moonstone slab I have. And it's got, you can see, and this has kind of got the purpley blue hues in it. Okay. I think this is regular moonstone. Very beautiful. I really like the moonstones. Okay. So, yep, there's somebody that watches with you and is with you all the time in the spirit world, in spirit form. Okay, we have Trapped. We have Trapped with High Priestess of Earth, 34 and 3. We have Confidence, number 42. We have Choices with Kelowna, which must be an Archangel, good and bad. We have High Priestess of Air. And we have Movement, 29. Beautiful card. All right, so you're at a not a standstill position, but you are at a brink of something very wonderful happening. Like something good is going to happen to you. We have Reminder and Wishing with the Wishing Well. So let's see what's coming on in. Some type of freedom, or maybe even, because the horses usually represent freedom, forbidden. Maybe you were feeling trapped, or something was off limits to you, and now you have access to what was either lost or forbidden in a sense. Number 18, because gargoyles are protecting this door. So you could also be highly favored or protected in spirit form, like aspects of spirit are protecting you. You're highly protected, and I'm hearing favor too. You guys are highly favored in the spiritual realm. So there may just be a link or a connection with you in spirit, or this is something that you've done and put in the work to be connected and grounded and in sync with spirit. you maybe form this connection on your own. Okay. And notice in this card, the crow or the raven. So you do, like I said, you have somebody that's watching you, that's with you at all times. All right. Yeah, invisible. You can't see them, but they're there. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into the tarot. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. This is the Halloween Oracle. I want to just pull from here real quick. I'm going to stop saying that. I like to flow with the messages. So whatever comes out, comes out. And whatever I'm being guided to, more importantly. I'm going to put an emphasis on it. Now this is called, also another great deck we're going to use after. This is called the Beloved Dead, so I haven't used it in a while. I want to see what comes out for you guys. I'm being called to it for a reason, so. Okay, again, temptation. We have graveyard with unnecessary fear. What are the messages, please, for collective spirit? Okay, there's the gargoyle again. We have hearth, happiness in our hearts and homes. We have skull of flowers, creating through the ashes. Is this a new beginning for you guys? Is this a leap of faith into the unknown, like a new step that you're being guided to take? We have mummy with change. Yeah, confirmation. This could be spiritual. Spiritually knowing your place or finding your ebb and flow, so to speak. We have black cat, fortune meets opportunity. And spider, community and web weaving, or where you stand in your community. We have Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. With skull of stars, infinite possibility. So yeah, I'm hearing grand rising. You're on your way up to something. Midnight, the most magical hour of all. Okay. We have the lamp at the bottom with remembrance. We have apple, risk and reward. And trick or treat, mischief and play. Spirit may be wanting you to get out, kind of get out of that 9-to-5 straight work mentality, you know, shift and have a little more fun, loosen up a little bit. Okay, we have play. Yeah, confirmation. So yeah, play. They want you to play. Vanity and shine with explorer. So there's something you've been not going over or dreading. It's time to dread no more. It's your time to come out and have some fun, to play. Spirit's saying. Very nice. I told you I was called to this deck for a reason. If there's a will, there's a way. So, messenger. Somebody may be reaching out to you that you haven't heard from in a while. We have martyr at the bottom. Somebody's first name could start with an M. Or maybe somebody's name is Will. I don't know. We have service and love. So some of you guys could have a pet cat or a pet dog. So service to the animal world. Show your pet more love and care. Maybe bring your dog for a walk when the weather gets warmer out. Nice. We have invisible, and we have, so we had this at the bottom of the Colette Baron Reed deck. And then we have sovereign. So invisible and sovereign. Maybe you've felt like you've been invisible or no one's noticed you. Your efforts were going unnoticed. I don't feel that's the case, though. We have academic and creativity is in reverse. Okay, maybe your creativeness, your creative abilities, or like I said, you shut that part of yourself down. You maybe didn't allow access because you were in that strict 9-to-5 busy work shift schedule, okay? And that goes with loosening up and playing with that creativity. Anything else? Anything else, please, for the collective? And this is the deck I was talking about, the fairy deck we're going to get into. So we'll actually pull this, and then we'll get into the tarot. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. So we have remember at the bottom. We have remember, peace, and home. All right, let's get into it, guys. That's a cute card. I'm going to leave that card out, I think. All right. We're actually going to pull these. I want to pull these at the end. That was, I think it was Indy that talked about, when I remember I said there's a card out of this deck that likes to shapeshift and they keep things confusing and very questionable. That would be that card. Complicating things, or, you know, switching things around. So let's see if we can't pull that out of the book. Let me find the card quick. Yeah, it was Indy. Actually, you know what? Let me grab the book. It's the Fairies Oracle by Brian Fruit, and he's got the Good and Bad Fairies book, which I have. I bought the book first. I didn't know he had a deck until I seen another reader that was using this deck, and I looked it up, and it happens to be by the same guy, so pretty cool. And he did all the artwork himself, so he has like he has a bond, like he communicates with these spirits, these elemental beings. They show themselves to him, because you got to remember, elementals, fairies are very shy. They don't like to be called fairies, but the little people, the fair folk, are very shy and timid. And they won't really open up to you that easily unless either they feel comfortable, they trust you, or you form some type of bond connection with them or want them to be there type of thing. So obviously he had all the above with them, you know. So I thought that was very fascinating. Okay, right here, Indy. Decisions make him nervous because they involve commitment, and Indy seems to be frightened of that. What if he makes the wrong decision and it ruins his or someone else's life? So I'll start from the beginning. Wishy-washy, commitment, and decision-making. Oh, so it was this one. It says, if you don't get him on the wish, you might catch him on the wash, but probably not, because by the time you think you've got a commitment from him, he swung the other way again. Poor Indy, he can't decide what this and that, or is it that and this. If he had just more information, if he just had some kind of guarantee about the outcome, if only he could be certain about things. Well, he can't. That isn't how life is. Indy sits on our shoulders as we wobble around trying to make a decision. And just as we think we've about got it, he mutters, but what if? And very likely we dissolve into confusion again. So that's this fairy, how it related to the deck, the Oracle deck that we had there. The Clep Baron. So it kind of reminded me of that. Alright, so let's get 2 cards for you guys. We're going to pull the current present energy for you guys, what you need to know about your current energies, and going into the future, your future energy, and what you need to know about that as well. So 2 cards, please, for collective spirit. 2 cards. Let's get one for right now for current energies for them. Okay, I'm getting Libra energy and Leo. I just seen in my mind's eye. So, I first heard Leo and then Libra. So you could have those strong in your chart, in your placement chart. Now I'm getting Earth, so Capricorn or Cancer, which is water. So we have Gloomless Doom, 56 is the first card for your current energies. With 37, Tobo, I'm going to have to read the book. It's really hard to read this cursive on the card. Something of the waters, so 37. And we have the Sylph, which is, I believe, a air spirit, 45. So this is current energy for you guys. Fairies of the future are at the bottom, number 33. So isn't that funny how they kind of came out in your deck or in your reading? So Gloomless Doom, self-defeat, self-pity, self-destruction, taking care of ourselves. Self-pity is the first step on the slippery, seductive slide towards self-destruction. Much of what I've said above about the Soul Shrinker, card 55, applies to Gloomless Doom, so please read about the Soul Shrinker first. It may seem odd to have such a seemingly lightweight challenger as Gloomless Doom right next to the Soul Shrinker, but they are the closest of cousins. The Soul Shrinker observes the way we curse others, through energy and attitude. Gloomless Doom observes the way we curse ourselves. So this is the Soul Shrinker. It says, cruelty, malice, gossip, curses, destruction, and blessing. Starter reading. Critical and malicious thoughts and words are having a detrimental effect on the situation and the people involved in it. Steps need to be taken to banish this curse energy through love and compassion, or at the very least, through forgiveness and a refusal to accept the curse into oneself. Understanding the implications of this and transforming the behavior and feelings involved is a major and often very difficult step in human spiritual development. One of the things usually involved here is taking responsibility for ourselves and our own feelings, rather than blaming others for the way we are. Another part of this process is to learn to be compassionate towards ourselves. If we can do that, it is much easier not to be horrible to and about others. So that is the Soul Shrinker. Now we have Gloomless Doom, 56. All right, so it says, starter reading, it is time to face the fact that our attitudes and beliefs about ourselves are our own. We may have learned them from others, but the others are not responsible for them in the here and now. We are. If we choose self-pity and pessimism in a reading, it indicates that this is a time when understanding that concept is especially important, a time when there is, hold on guys, it indicates that is a time when understanding that concept is especially important, a time when there is some sort of a crunch in the situation that offers someone that opportunity to notice and change such self-destructive habits. If it is yourself, you know what you need to do. If it is someone else, you may wish to consider how you might support them in this opportunity for change. Can you make sure to give positive feedback at every opportunity? Can you refrain from nagging, scolding, or complaining at them when they get it wrong? These things can help. Okay, we have 37. Tobaria of the waters. It says, emotions, serenity, meditation, gracefully accepting change. Starter reading, water is mutable, changeable fluid. And Tobaria speaks to us of a particular kind of change of emotions, and possibly a change in health. We have important choices to make about how we meet those changes and where we let them take us, toward the calm, flowing purity of the fairy waters or the boiling cauldron of hot temper and steamy emotions. The choice is obvious, but we sometimes forget that we have it. Tobaria reminds us that we do have a choice, and making it wisely or unwisely determines our future. The things we need in life remain constant, no matter what is going on or how hectic the changes and pressure in our life may be. We need nurturing and love, and it is ultimately up to us to provide for ourselves. The healing fairies will help us if we ask them to. And I keep holding the card away from the camera, so sorry guys. And then we have 45, Tayton the Sylphie. So 45, that's a cool name, Tayton. Tayton the Sylph, yep. Okay, acute intellect, quickness, mental synthesis, and discernment. So the last card, and then oh no, we got to get your future energy. We'll get the future energy at the end. I want to get into the tarot before we cut our time short, guys. I might take it into the extended, actually. So, Tayton glitters. No, let's go to the starter reading. Okay. What we see here is a mental quickness, adaptability, and enthusiasm. Ideas and opinions abound. A few are brilliant, but others vary from mediocre to downright silly. Be selective. Mental and psychic abilities may be awakening. Independent thinking is in operation. New ideas and new versions of old ideas are creating an exciting, effervescent atmosphere. Avoid excess and extremes. Minds may change often as new ideas and new ways of seeing bubble to the surface. Out of conflict and confusion, resolved by good will and clear thinking. A new and better understanding may come. Okay, so all right. Yeah, let's get your future energy while we have it out in front of us. Okay, because I may forget at the end of the reading, and I don't want to do that. So 28, we have for future energy, Penelope Dreamweavers. Penelope Dreamweavers, 28. Future energy for the collective spirit. What do they need to know for future energy? Thank you. Okay, we have this in reverse, so we're going to take that as a message. 33 and 41, which I actually like this one. The retriever, or something, the retriever. So it's a retriever fairy. And then we have the singer of transfiguration at the bottom, number 11. So that's a cool one. Let me see if we had a flipper. I thought we did. All right, maybe not. So you have two in reverse. We'll see. These are the seasons of the witch I was going to get. This is the Beltane and the Shaman, and I have the Llama, so I'd like to get the other ones. So then I have all of the seasons of the witch. Those are some of my favorite Oracle decks. Oh, my Amazon wishlist, Cash App, and Venmo card information, 4747 on the clock, is all there in the description as well if you want to send any gifts or donations to the channel, or you just want to go and peek for yourself, see what I got. I got crystals, neck jewelry, and books, as well as decks, all on my Amazon wish list. If you want to go check that out, you just copy and paste the link. It's at the very bottom of the description. So 28, Penelope Dreamweaver. Or 28, sorry. Hold on. Penelope Dreamweaver. Inspiration, magical dreams, and visions. Says, seek vision and inspiration. Be aware that they are often subtle and require close attention. Fantasies, dreams, and daydreams are all places an inspiration fairy can contact us. But she can also pop up unannounced in the midst of the most ordinary of activities. In the bath, washing the dishes, driving the car, or anywhere else that our mind is half occupied and half running on idle. Pay special attention to unsought inspirations at this time. They have something wonderful to offer you, but it is up to you to catch them and bring them into reality. So 33. Fairies of the future, be here now. Guidance moving forward. And it's in reverse. Are you certain you are going in the direction you wish to go? Or are you merely following someone else's lead without being clear about your own direction? It may be that you need to consider a parting of the ways if the goal of others do not match yours, or if they seem to be headed in a direction that is not right for you. This is the moment to pause and consider your direction. Think where you would like to be and who you would like to be a quarter of a century from now. Ask yourself if the steps you are considering now are apt to take you closer to your goal or further from it. Ask the wise gnome king to point a clear direction for you. And then we have 41 in reverse, the retriever fairy. Which says, it'll be the retriever. Office of unclaimed property, hopes and wishes, loyalty. All right, says in reverse, it is time to stop saying I can't and take a look at I can instead. Perhaps something important in your life is being held back by negative attitudes, but we have choices about attitudes and can change them when they are not helping us. Alternatively, Ibby may be saying that this is not yet time for the germination of this seed. It may be that other things need to be dealt with first. What might you need to clear out or finish up before being able to properly plant and nurture the seed? Are the things in the way weeds which should simply be pulled, or valued growing things that we would wish to care for before planting something new in that space in our lives? Okay, so that's what we have, guys, out of there for you. I hope that helped. All right, let's take a look at the tarot. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know, guys, at this time. Okay, and we're going to use the fairy tarots, and we're going to use the 5 cent to clarify. The 5 cent tarot. Okay. Since we're off on a roll with that tangent, might as well. This was on Amazon. I got it used. Might as well see what's coming in. Okay, Judgment and Ace of Acorns. The acorns are pentacles, or wands, sorry, wands. The leaves are, I'm pretty sure the leaves, yep, the leaves are swords and the bells are pentacles. So did I say welcome to Fairy Fox Fairy today already? And the hearts are cups. So what does collective need to know? Let's get 4 cards for their energy, please, Spirit. 4 cards and an overall energy. Alright, they didn't like that, so... Okay. You may have Scorpio in your chart with that Judgment card. Okay, there's something... They want me to look at this card last. So 3 of Swords, first card out, Heartbreak card. 8 of Pentacles, over something you've been working really hard at or towards. This could be a connection. 9 of Wands. Somebody feels guarded though and has their walls up. Knight of Acorns, so Knight of Wands. The Tower, the 9 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the 9 of Hearts, so the 9 of Cups. So something you thought, we have 999, was going to be your dream, your wish fulfillment, ends up either being stagnated, killed. Maybe something was poured on your dreams that kind of soured them, but something has gone awry. So let's see. King of Hearts, King of Cups, and the Moon. All right, somebody's emotions for you may have changed drastically or last minute than you wanted them to. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles at the bottom with the Sun. Yep, so Knight of Bells. Somebody is going to, I do feel like this is your person. They're going to be getting a last wind of inspiration and energy towards you. So something about this connection is going to be revitalized with the Sun card being here. All right, let's get your person's energy. Let's see their thoughts, feelings, and intentions for you, where they're at right now on their journey. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Bells, Knight of Hearts, so Knight of Cups. Ooh, and the Knight of Hearts in reverse. Or the Knave and the Knight. So the Knave would be the Page, I'm pretty sure. Let's see if there's Kings in here. Yep, there's the Queens. I see queens. The knave. So the knave, I wonder, it's the page. Okay, because there is kings. King of acorns. Yep, king of wands. Okay. Could be a king of wands you're dealing with. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the naiad at the bottom. So 17, I think that would be the star. Or no. 15, 16, 17. Yeah, the star energy. Yep. Okay, Aquarius energy. So let's see your person's energy. Five of Wands, Five of Acorns, and Two of Hearts in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse. So yeah, there's some type of conflict, or I'm hearing illusion that either somebody is under an illusion of you, or they're being illusioned of themselves. Like their feelings aren't very clear at this time, with the Moon card being here. 1 second, guys. Your overall energy is the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Acorns. Alright, Five of Wands, Two of Hearts in reverse, and the Hierophant. Five of Bells, so Five of Pentacles. You have 5, 5, which is 10, and you had 9, 9, 9. The Emperor, so Aries energy for their overall energy. All right, yeah, this person is they're internally conflicted about something, or they need to make a decision. I keep seeing 7s on the timer, so you could be seeing 57, 57, 777, 97, 97. All right, 6 of Acorns at the bottom, so 6 of Wands. Let's find out the overall energy. Let's get some advice. Yeah, let's get advice for the situation for you guys, and then we'll clarify. I do feel like, for some of you guys, this is one of those things, either they're choosing to not see something or neglect this connection, like they're dumping the couple love out, or they're not trying to hurt you. They just don't know what they want. So, or like maybe this person, you haven't met this person yet, so you haven't, you know, consciously or actively found them yet to, but this could be past energy or current energy that they're currently going through, but I don't feel like it's that. We have 2 5s. 5s are change, and equaling 10, the Wheel of Fortune. So either this is somebody you don't know yet, or this is somebody you do know, and they are going either through some type of karma, or they're not in a position where they're ready. They don't feel they're ready for love, or they want love, and they don't know how to achieve it because they're in this conflict energy right now with the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. They could even be getting out of, you know, some type of karmic connection, or breaking up, you know, going through a breakup themselves. So that's why they don't feel they're ready for a connection with you, collective. So to always take it how it resonates, but I'm always going to give you what I feel the energy is. So I believe that this person knows what they had with you, or they were too blind to see it, and they're actively choosing not to participate in this connection with you. Reasons unclear. I mean, I could kind of get the, like, intuition, because like I said with the Moon card, there's something that they're not seeing clearly, either within themselves or a conflict that they're going dealing with, which is within themselves. So for the overall energy, yeah, we have the moon at the bottom. So for the overall energy, we have the Eight of Cups, which is the card of walking away. Eight of Hearts. Okay, let's get the advice on that. What should collective do in this situation? The Chariot, move forward. Knight of Hearts and Queen of Hearts. Open your love as wide as you've ever opened it, because you will find somebody who is willing to love you back in return wholeheartedly, and who is also anticipating love and waiting for love and wanting to feel love in all the ways imaginable. Okay, not somebody who isn't open to love and is only experiencing the shadow side, or you know, all the, they're not fully embracing love. They're not, you know, they might not even love themselves. So you kind of gotta, do you want to hold yourself back and wait for somebody to be with you, or are you going to move forward and find somebody who wants to be with you? You know, because they want to love you and experience love unconditionally. Okay, so, I mean, it's a pretty easy decision or choice, you know what I mean? So Four of Bells, Four of Pentacles at the bottom, yeah. Somebody worth holding on to. Or you need to maybe you have release from this person, okay? All right, let's see. Let's clarify. Let's get into it. And I like matching the decks, like the colors and all. I like putting them, you know, matching the decks together when I do the readings. And I was actually going to make a gnome oil yesterday, so maybe I'll still make it, but I have a lot of oils out of my oil book. Like I said, if you guys need a remedy or just want to chat or have any questions, you can email me, leave a comment. I'll get back to you. I read all my comments. All right. I love all the support from you guys. So let's see why the Three of Swords is here, please, for collective's energy. Why is the Three of Swords here? Two of Cups and the Eight of Buttons, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you've invested a lot of work into something. More than likely, this person, this connection, and yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance. Let's see what comes out. Why is the Three of Swords here for collective? Four of Needles, Four of Swords. So yeah, you've maybe had your heart broken. See how he's crying in the card? Four of Swords, you're healing, you're resting. But at least if you're wise and you know when something's worth walking away from or not putting, you know, investing into, at least you're doing what's best for you. You're choosing yourself first. Self-love, self-respect, you know. So that's something that you know, I give you bonus points for. You're doing right. The Lovers, you're not letting somebody else dictate, you know, how you're feeling, or you're not settling, so to speak. Okay, you know when it's time to pull out of something, and leave it to God. You know what I mean? Let's see why the Eight of Pentacles is here for you guys. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords, so Knight of Needles, Six of Cups, Ace of Buttons in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse. I'm not going to take all these, but Strength in reverse, the Five of Buttons in reverse, the Queen of Cups. All right, so I'm going to put these back. We have the Knight of Swords, so air. You could have air in your chart, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, why is the Eight of Pentacles here for collective? Ace of Swords. So there's a truth that you know you need to speak. You need some type of breakthrough here. We have King of Wands in reverse. So it says poor leader. And then the upright, it says born leader. So like I said, you could have been dealing with a fire sign. I heard Libra and Leo. Okay, the Knight of Needles says unstoppable with courage and focus. You're bossing up, collective. You're bossing up. Breakthrough, clarity, intellect. Okay, and it says unrealistic, overbearing, and poor leader. Okay. Why is the 9 of Wands here? 9 of Acorns for collective. Now this is the 9 of Wands, so the Wounded Warrior card. Knowing when you need to pull yourself out of a fight. And looking at the reasons, what it is that you're fighting for. Like going back to what I was just saying, when it's time to do something, you know, because you don't have control over situations. It's better just to let the person go if it's going to cause you more harm than do you good than it is to hang on to that person. Because sometimes when we try to hang on to something, it hurts us, ends up hurting us even more. So for the 9 of Wands, we have the 6 of Needles, rite of passage, overcoming, and safety, it says. So going towards, you know, calmer, you know what you're going towards now. You have a backup plan. You have a plan A, you have a plan B. You have a destination in sight now. You know what you're going towards. Okay, we had a card that just fell out. I don't know where it went. There it is. 4 of Buttons in reverse. So 4 of Buttons in reverse. Possession, defensive, and miserly. So you're releasing, remember? 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles upright would mean hanging on to. 4 of Pentacles in reverse is you're releasing. So that's actually a good thing that it came out like that. All right, let's see why the Knight of Wands is here, the Knight of Acorns. And he's riding a little baby deer in the card. It's cute. A little Bambi. The gnome. The green cap. The red caps are the ones you need to stay away from. Those are the bad gnomes. Those aren't the very nice ones. Why do you think they call it red caps? Because it's usually people's blood soaked in it. Alright, why is the Knight of Acorns here for collective? Okay, and 107 on the clock. 6 of Buttons, 6 of Pentacles, fairness. We have, it says generosity, sharing, and charity. We have the King of Buttons, so King of Pentacles, affluence, discipline, acumen, I don't know, A-C-U-M-E-N. I don't know what that means. And we have 10 of Cups, the Justice. All right, right on. All right, so at least I'm feeling like this is somebody, could be in your life. This could be a family member. It says family bliss. I didn't see that. Harmony and well-being. So you do have somebody in your life that is very supportive, and this person may also have wealth, money, being a King of Pentacles here. And the 6 of Pentacles, which is all about equal, you know, a helping hand, fairness. 10 of Wands for your overall energy. Let's see why that's here. Knight of Buttons, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It says rut and routine, monotony, and idleness. Ace of Pentacles, so Ace of Buttons, opportunity, fertility, prosperity. So I feel like that's what you're going towards, collective. Okay, let's clarify. We're going to get your person's energy. We have the Fool coming out. So new beginnings, a leap of faith, adventure, folly. All right, let's clarify the person that's coming towards collective. or whoever this person's energy is. Let's see why the 5 of Acorns is here. First card out with the Hierophant. So why is the 5 of Acorns here? For some of you guys, this could have been somebody you were married to because the Hierophant's here. Or like I said, this is some type of either karmic or soul connection. This was a soulmate or twin flame connection with the Hierophant if you weren't married to this person. So why is the 5 of Acorns here for this person's energy? Temperance. I just seen Temperance, so balance. They may need balance, some type of balance. 7 of Cups in their life. 7 of Cups, options, opportunities, opening up to them, or options. 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so 10 of Acorns, 10 of Wands in reverse. It says delegation, stress, burnout, and yeah. So your person feels like they got the weight of the world right now on their shoulders, on their back. Okay, why though? What's this 5 of Wands about? Excuse me. 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Buttons. So this has to do with working, putting in time and effort, a skill, a hobby, or even something you're very passionate about. So mastery, apprentice, and focus. Alright, that doesn't really show me or tell me more, tell me anything more. What about the 8 of Pentacles? Ace of Cups, 5 of Needles in reverse. So reconciliation, remorse, and compromise. That's the 5 of Needles in reverse. 9 of Needles, the Sun, and the Page of Needles. And we have the Ace of Cups. So new love, creativity, and affirmation. Okay, if this is your person, either they're choosing to go in a new route, or this is reconciliation with you, but I don't know. You guys are going to have to discern that. Okay, so like always, if it resonates, then it's your message. If you're trying to force it or make it fit, then don't take it. It's not part of your message. High Priestess at the bottom. So somebody's not using their intuition, or they're acting maybe foolishly or frivolously. Like you're doing things, say, I'll give you an example. You're doing something you know isn't good for you, or the signs are clear as day that, you know, if somebody flirts with Jane every day, if Bob flirts with Jane every day, and you're trying to get with Bob, but Bob doesn't ever show you time, energy, or effort, or flirt with, come over to flirt with you, and you wonder, does Bob like me or not? Well, Bob's always flirting with Jane, so does Bob like you? I would probably say no, you know what I mean? That's just an example. So you're going to have to use that would be the High Priestess in reverse. You're not using your intuition when the signs are evident as day and they're all around you, you know what I mean? They're clear as day. So let's see why the 2 of Cups is here in reverse for your person's energy. This person's energy. Queen of Matches, so Queen of Wands. It says courage, take charge, fierce energy, and independence. With the 9 of Matches, so 9 of Wands. Persistence, resilience, strong will. Okay, so 9 of Wands, that Wounded Warrior card that we had, Sagittarius energy. And 2 of Wands, planning, progression, discovery. Yeah. Maybe this just isn't the person for you, to be honest with you. There's a vast sea of people, and if somebody just isn't giving you the time of day or acknowledging you like you want them to, then you can't hold yourself accountable for their feelings. You can't take responsibility for their feelings. You have to know when enough is enough and when to walk away. Okay. Page of Cups, curiosity, imagination, and possibility. Okay. And 8 of Matches. So yeah, like I said, if you open your heart up and you continue to pour love into yourself and to work on yourself, you're going to vibrate up here. And if you're vibrating up here, you're going to, and stop looking for love, you're going to eventually find somebody too who is at the same place, vibrating up here, and you're going to cross paths. So you say you're vibrating up here and your person that you like is vibrating down here. Okay, you guys aren't on the same frequency. It's called cause and effect, law of attraction. So it's not possible to, you know, you see what I'm saying? Okay, so Page of Cups, very nice. An opportunity coming in. We have 8 of Wands. That's communication. Very nice. The Hangman. So Pisces energy. Somebody is, I'm hearing, delegating. So they're giving this some thought. They're really thinking about this because it's sideways. Okay. So it would be perspective, letting go, pause, and sacrifice. Okay, so they're getting kind of out of their own way to think clearly, rational. And the Hangman in the upright, which would be in the reverse, would mean that they're seeing things the way they're supposed to be seeing. So it came out sideways. Okay, they're giving this some good thought. 7 of Needles, 6 of Cups in reverse, and the 10 of Buttons, 10 of Pentacles, with the 3 buttons at the bottom. So collaboration, teamwork, Knight of Wands, 3 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups with the Chariot. So it's only just a matter of time, collective, where somebody takes action towards you. Very nice. Collaboration, teamwork, expertise. We have share the wealth, legacy, inheritance. 6 of Cups. We have innocence, playful, and independence. And 7 of Needles, betrayal, deception, and cunning. All right, so that's what came out of the tarot. That's what we have for the reading. Let's get some oracle, get some clarifiers. Well, 1717 on the dot. So that number seems to be very significant. 999 and 1717, or even 77. I was seeing 4141. So any number like 41, 10. We have 3. Okay, those could be significant to you guys. Let me get the angel number card. Why don't we take a peek and see what comes out with the runes deck. We're gonna get just the angel numbers. That's a whole different thing for a different day. The runes. One thing at a time. So angel numbers. Let's see. For the collective, yeah, I'm seeing 4141 again, and 1414. 444. Okay, I seen on a license plate again tonight, 666. That's for me. So let's see what's coming in for you guys. It was actually in the reading I did a day or two ago. We had that number, I think, 666 in the reading. 6666, but that wasn't in this deck. It was only the 3 6s was in this deck. And my angel number book, it wasn't in there either. So 777, spirituality. 5151, remember I said with the 1 at the end? Personal power. I embrace my personal power. I am confident and strong, capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. My power comes from within, and I use it to create a fulfilling life. Very nice. We have spirituality. We have 1010, awakening. We have 1010, awakening. We have spirituality with 777. I am deeply connected to my spiritual path. I seek and embrace higher wisdom, allowing my soul to grow and evolve. My spiritual journey guides me to profound enlightenment and peace. 6060, divine protection and resilience. 2323. So 1010, awakening. I am awakening to my true purpose. I listen to the whispers of my soul and follow the path of my highest good. My highest good. Every moment is an opportunity for spiritual growth and awakening. Okay, I want to get one more number for you guys. 1414. I told you I seen that number. Adaptability. And 2424, grounding. All right, let's get one more card for the spirit. Or for the collective spirit. And my owl too is watching over the reading with you guys. For you guys. Protection and wisdom. Okay, let's get one more. 4646, patience. I practice patience and trust in the process. I know that everything happens in divine timing. I remain calm and composed, allowing life to unfold perfectly. We have gratitude at the bottom, 3636. I practice gratitude daily. I am thankful for the blessings in my life, big and small. Gratitude opens my heart to abundance and attracts even more reasons to be grateful. All right, guys. Very nice. So I told you, just focus, you know, focus within, focus on yourself at this time and practice self-love and care within, you know. Oh, there goes my phone, 20% battery. This is called the Egyptian Visions Oracle. This will probably be the last deck I'll have time to pull. Then I'll take it over to the extended, where we will dive into the love messages for you guys. Thoughts and feelings from your person. Perks to being a member is also in my description. Everything you need to know is there. Okay, we have Deception and Sacred Alchemy. And this was on Etsy. All right, we have Justice. Doing what you think is right. Only honesty brings success, spiritual order, and truth. We have Foundation. Focus on foundational skills. Build a solid foundation. Make lasting changes with surrender. No longer fighting or resisting, letting things be and allowing, giving up control. Okay, that is big confirmation for the messages that we had tonight, guys. We have Starseed. Old soul with deep spiritual wisdom, here to evolve spiritually. Important mission in life. Very pretty. Very nice card. Okay, let's get a couple more. Yeah, Legacy. Legacy and coming out. Protection. Regret. See what you need to focus on at this time. What else do you need to focus on? All right, it says protection. We have waiting. Waiting for something or someone, delaying action, patience, which we had the patience card twice now, confirmation, protection, regeneration, and royal power, health protection, protected from evil forces. Nice. And we have small steps. So breaking it down into smaller goals, building the momentum, one step at a time. We have containing, psychic reader, loneliness, and afterlife. Blessings on a long life, death and rebirth, reincarnation. We have far away at the bottom. You could move far away, distant places or people, separation or breakup. Under that, we have pleasure. So we have psychic readers, or reader, gaining confirmation and clarity, having natural psychic powers, consciously seeking answers. And then we have containing, so last card, controlling one's feelings, restraining oneself, repressed emotions. All right, I want to get the tea leaf oracle. And we're going to get the hidden truth messages. So Person on your mind. What do they want to say to you, collective? Person on your mind. I know I was a distraction from your pain and I am not available. I lost myself for a little while and we need to let each other go. Okay, I feel you even though we are apart. I will wait for a sign from you. And I want to tell you how I feel. I love you. And I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. I replay our conversations over and over. Okay. I hope that you can forgive me one day. Just being near you is intoxicating. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. I couldn't let you get close to me, and I'm so attracted to you. I regret lying to you. Is at the bottom. Oh crap, I just spilled my little cauldron thing. Had all my little Herkimer diamond things in it. My tiny little crystals. Okay. And a tiny little seashell. Tiny little seashell. Well, probably not a good spot for it up here, right next to the cards. Alrighty, let's see if we got time to pull one last deck from the tea leaf. Tea leaf oracle, quick. Hold on. Okay, we have marriage at the bottom. And this deck comes with this very pretty royal blue cloth bag, velvet cloth bag. Trying to get it in there. Okay. Let's see what's going on, guys. Okay, we got bowl at the bottom and bread. Period of prosperity and abundance. So bowl, plenty of material things. Okay, we have boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Carrot, opportunity or windfall. And younger man. Dealings or relationship with a younger man. We have apple. Temptation will test you. With valley. Deep personal strength and peace that assure success. We have eagle. Triumph over troubles or obstacles. And teardrops. Great personal sorrow. Okay, we have the month of August coming out. So I think that's Leo energy. We have, remember I said I heard Leo and Libra. We have butterfly, a change for the better. And fair woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. We have feather, someone you know is undependable and insincere. An ink pot, problems to be resolved. We have cup, you should accept valid criticism. And firecracker, excitement. Okay, let's get one more shuffle from this deck. We have December. It's a Sagittarius energy. We have dog, protection from a powerful friend. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. And key, successful outcome to your problems. We have dark man at the bottom. So dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Okay, let's get this half of the deck. I like this deck. I know I don't use it in every reading, but it's a really good deck to have if you're a reader. Even if you're not a reader. We have vulture. Depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Horse, short journey. So yeah, we had that horse card with the Colette Baron Reed deck. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. And we have January, so Capricorn energy. And we have success. Okay, success. Parrot. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. It says someone will, and I seen the parrot card on your person's energy. One of their cards had that. I think it was the 9 of Wands. I was thinking of that too. I didn't say it, but that's what I was thinking when I seen that. We have bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. All right, we have elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. And hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. We have casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. All right, we have horseshoe at the bottom with good luck. So you have good luck coming in, guys. I'm hearing all around you. It could be all around you. All right, guys, we're going to take it. This is where we're going to leave it off. I'm going to take it over to the extended, and from there we will dive into, we'll get into it more. So if you want to, if this is where we depart, I hope you heard everything you needed to hear. I hope this reading helped you. Let me know in the comments. Actually, why don't we get some initials? And if you need a personal or are thinking about becoming a member for as little as $2.99 a month, there you will get perks, which is in my description, so you can read what those are. And also, you'll be the first to be entered in when I do raffles. Okay, so let's get some initials for you guys out of my Ouija Oracle. And this was on Temu, if you're interested. Now these could be first, middle, or last initials, so take them how they resonate. All right, we have R, so reward. Being prosperous, results of hard work, successful effort. With S, spirit. Divinely guided, higher power, help from beyond. We have S again. Serendipity, fated connection, good fortune, and happy accident. Incident. No, it says accident. Happy accident. What the fuck does that mean? That doesn't sound like... Okay. And then we have I, so intention. Set solid goals. Make an action plan. Hold your vision. Yeah, it says happy accident. So serendipity, fated connection, good fortune, and happy accident. A-C-C-I-D-E-N-T. Accident. Okay, we have grateful. G. Count your blessings, having abundance. Use your gifts. Yeah, your gifts of discernment. We have S again. We have I and R. So we have double R's, double I's, and triple S. We have B. Believe. Accept what is. Trust your gut. Change your mind. And we have romance with R. Being courted. Treating yourself. Falling in love. Inspiration. With I, creative projects, expressing yourself, act on your ideas. We have soulful, profound meaning, significant event, heartfelt passion. Okay, we have Bri, B-R-I. We have T, the timing. Do it now, coming soon, cycles end and begin. With A, ascend, move up and level, steady climb, conquer fears. With T, transformation, profound change, rebuild your life, new perspective. All right, guys, this is where we part. Peace and love.